the first week, I guess?
Well, it's just hard to put just a grade on it. I think, if you grade the fact of going from last Monday to this Monday, we've made a lot of improvement, and that's what you want to see as a coach, is guys getting better on a daily basis. I think the thing that I'm excited about after 5 practices is the guys have brought great energy. They're eager to learn, they're hungry to come out and to work every single day. This is spring practice, and sometimes if you go across the country and you look at spring practice, people look at it as a negative, the guys, and they're a little bit down about it or whatever. That is the total opposite of the way these guys are. They've come to work every single day, and they're wanting to come get extra meeting and time, watch film, grabbing coaches, because there is some new techniques. I mean, there are some things that are different defensively, offensively, and they just want to learn what we were asking them to do, and that's encouraging as a coach. And then they brought great effort, and I think, and we're taking baby steps. We're getting better. We're not anywhere near where we need to be, but it's fun to see the guys showing some improvement and the light coming on and saying, man, I get that now. And so we're seeing a little bit of that, and that's been good.
We've heard a lot about the enthusiasm from the coaching staff, and we've seen it a couple of times we've been in there. How big was that for you to make sure your staff does inject some of that in stretching and everything else?
Well, that's who we got. I mean, that's our guys. I think that's our personality. I'm not asking any of our coaches to be something they're not. I mean, that's just who they are. Our guys enjoy being out on the field. They enjoy being around the guys. I think this is a game that's passion. You have to be passion-filled in order to perform as a player and as a coach. If you don't have that juice, that passion, it's going to be hard to play this game. And, if you don't have that, you probably need to pick another sport. And so the coaching staff that we have in here, they're hungry as well. And, so our guys are feeding off the coaches and vice versa. So, we're excited to be out there. I mean, it's, for us, just to get to know these guys, and we've been out recruiting all January. I mean, so after a week now, we're getting to know them a little bit more. You get to know their personality, what makes them tick. Those are things we're kind of learning as coaches, and then we're building trust. That's what we're doing right now. Through trial and error of practice and watching film, we're building trust. We're telling them what we want them to do. They're doing it, and then we're giving them praise. I mean, that's how you build trust throughout a team and an organization, and we'll continue to work on that throughout the whole semester and summer until we start the season next year.
Coach, where do you start when it comes to evaluating your quarterbacks?
Where do you start? I think you're just looking at the whole body of work. I mean, everything that they're doing, demeanor, how they carry themselves, how they study in film, are they getting better, are they making the same mistakes, or are they, and then you can go break it down. Do they know the knowledge of the offense? What are we trying to do with operation? I think they've done a really good job. I think we've thrown a lot at them the first week, and they've understood how to operate the offense, and they're starting to get better at it now. Last Monday wasn't that good. Wednesday just a hair better. Then Friday and Saturday, what I thought was pretty good. Today we made some plays, so they're getting better with it. And then obviously you start looking at how well are we throwing the football, are we running the football, those kind of things. How are we taking care of the football? So the whole body of work is going into the quarterback position, and that's a huge position. Obviously, it doesn't matter what level you're at. Pee-wees, high school to NFL. I mean, you got to have a quarterback to make plays for you. And so everything's graded, everything's evaluated, everything that they're doing. And we've let some different guys go with first unit, second unit, third unit. We switched that up a little bit. So I don't care. I don't care who plays for us. I don't care who at the quarterback or at nose or at safety. I want the best one to play. That's who I want, the best player. And I think we'll always have that competition at every position, and I think it'll help everybody because it'll make everybody better.
Is it realistic to have decisions made at that or any position this spring, or is it more?
No, I think it's going to be wide open. I mean, it'll be wide open as we head into the fall of next year. You're constantly evaluating these guys on a daily basis, and so you go through spring practice. Somebody's got to go out there with the first unit. Somebody's got to go with the second unit. But that's not the unit you may not be tied to. So I want all these guys to know that they're fighting for a spot every day. It doesn't matter what position it is. But that's going to make your team better when you have that competition. And so, as we get closer to it, in the fall and when we start August practices and all that, you'll have a better idea. But we're nowhere near to start talking about who's going to be the guys and all that. I just want all our guys to play hard and learn what we're trying to do.
Coach, how has Evan adjusted,
Yeah.
being such a young guy and
Yeah.
just thrown in?
I mean, it's hard on a guy who just, got here and to throw him in at quarterback, but he's done well. He's throw the ball very well, has great mechanics, throws a nice ball. He's learning college defenses now because you throw a lot at a high school player and having to read everything and know what to do, that's tough. But I think he's done well. He's gotten some good reps. He's made some mistakes, but he's come back and learned from it. So I'm glad he's here. I think he's going to be a really good football player for us. Once he gets more comfortable with it, I think really that's everybody.
They've all been talking about how much fun they're having.
Yeah.
Are you having fun teaching your schemes and meeting these new guys?
Yeah, no, it is fun. And the expectations for me is really high. I want to be good. I mean, so sometimes you just put your head down and you're like, what are we doing? Which I know that's going to happen. So I got to be patient. But it's the little things that gets me excited. When a guy's like. He made a mistake, and then maybe a couple days later, the same play, and he gets it. And you're like, yes, okay, we're making strides. They're little strides, but we're making them. So it's fun for me. It's fun to be out there and coaching ball, and I'm very excited to be out there. So the players are having fun, coaches are as well.
Are you seeing more of the strides than the no?
Well, yeah. I mean, as a body of work for 5 practices, man, we made a lot of progress, like a lot. Defensively today, I thought they looked outstanding at times, and lining up right and not giving up a big play, and they had a lot of enthusiasm. I love to see that. I'm an offensive guy, but I want our defense to be the best, and so that was fun to see those guys today do that. You just take the little things, the little great moments, and and build off of those. But we've had some. I mean, we've had some disappointments as well, but I think we want to keep it positive around here.
Coach, you have the running back room, some guys with some different,
Yeah.
they bring some different skill sets there. Do you like the versatility you have? And then if you could expound on, Dave was in here talking to us.
Yeah.
He's a different kind of back.
He is. He's big. He's really big. But you want to have some different guys that you can put in the game. You want to have some big guys that maybe can run through tackles. You want to have some fast guys that can run around guys and through guys that way. You want to have guys to be able to catch the football. You got to have guys that can protect. So you got to have a lot of different skill sets. We know they come in a lot of different packages. But yeah, I'm more excited about what we have there. I think once we get more into scrimmage and we get some live tackling going, because I want to see who can break tackles, who can run through those tackles. But I like having the versatility that we have at running back. I think we got a lot of good running backs there. And then I think receiver we do too. We got a lot of guys out there, so there's just a lot of different versatility. Ultimately though, when you get to it in the fall, you're going to probably play 3 backs, probably maybe 4. We'll see. And then wide receiver, there's going to probably be 7, 8 guys that'll play. So the cream will rise up. I think the best ones that'll help us win will rise up. So that's why we're in competition now at every position. How
do you do your spring, and will you start scrimmage? I mean, we have a couple scrimmages.
Well, like Saturday, there's a normal practice, but we finished it off with moving the ball scrimmage. But I mean, it was 10 minutes.
Right.
It wasn't very much. It was a little bit of a taste. But there'll be times throughout spring where we'll devote more time to scrimmage and true scrimmage, move the football, change, and everything. And so we'll probably end up doing that here pretty soon.
Coach Juwan and obviously Malik were guys already here. Both played last year. Didn't recruit them. How do those two currently fit in your system, and how do you think they could fit into the system?
Yeah, they're both to me very different. One is not very big. One is really big. One is fast. One is not as fast. Probably pass throws the ball better than Malik right now. So they have different skill sets, and I love the energy that Malik brings. Pass is more of a quiet guy. So they're very, very different. Now they've both done some really good things over the past 5 practices. I'm very pleased with both of them with their different skill sets, and we want to continue to develop both of those guys and make them complete players. We all know in this day and age, you better have 2, 3, sometimes 4 quarterbacks that's going to have to play with injuries and those type of things. But yeah, what they bring to the table is a little bit different. It's a little bit like when he's talking about with running backs. I mean, they all have different skill sets too at the quarterback position. So we'll continue to develop and see what they can and can't do.
And back with Little and Robbins, are they health-wise able to do everything?
Now they're not doing as much. They're doing individual, but not anything with the team.
Is that most all spring probably?
Probably be that way most of the spring. Yeah, I would suspect, which is unfortunate, but we don't want to do anything that would jeopardize their health. when we can get them out there, we will. And they've gotten out there a little bit, but when we go 11 on 11 work, they don't get much. They don't get much work.
Has anybody surprised you so far, talent-wise, or is everybody who you thought they were?
You know, I think going into it, you know, there's some guys that have made some plays. It's hard to pinpoint any one guy. You know, and I'm really trying to keep an open mind. And I really told the guys, I don't want to say, okay, this is what you were before, this is what you're going to be now. We're opening it all up. Let's see what skill set you have. Where you may play for it may be different where you played last year. So it's been some good plays. We think we got some good skill guys that have made some good plays for us. I think we got to get stronger up front, offense and defensive line, both of those positions. But overall, like the skill where we're at out here. You know, but as we get more to it, I mean, I'm still learning the players as well. You know, so I think they are making plays.
All right.